Hey, what's going on? It's your boy back at you with another video. And today I want to talk about LeBron James is recruiting, and this ain't gonna be a long video. I'm on my little 5-minute break. But long story short, LeBron is recruiting, and the Lakers are interested in bringing in Kevin Love. And I know a lot of people, you know, I don't want y'all to think that I'm this Laker hater or none of that, but let's just tell the truth, man. What can Kevin Love bring the Lakers at age 35? He'll be 35 next year. You're getting older. And as the roster is structured, the Lakers roster is structured right now. They have the oldest team in the NBA. And I just don't think that move is just not going to work. I just don't think it's going to work. Because he was never a great defender to begin with. But he's a great rebounder. But he's not a very great defender. And you know, years ago, he was 28 years old 6 years ago when the Cavs won a title, and he was better offensively. But as he's gotten older, he's not the same player that he once was in Cleveland. So my thing is, what does this move do for Cleveland, for the Lakers? He doesn't play defense. And that's the problem with the Lakers last year. They had nobody to play defense. They were old as hell. And I just don't think that this move is going to work. Yeah, it sounds great on paper. Just like the Kyrie Irving move. You know, it sounds great on paper. But basketball, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. And, you know, I've made a video about Kyrie Irving, that he can't stay healthy, that he's a head case. He'll take games off for absolutely no reason. Steve Nash, the reporter asked Steve Nash, where was Kyrie Irving? Because it was a game against the Phoenix Suns a few years ago, and they was on a long West Coast road trip. Steve Nash was like, I don't even know where Kyrie Irving is. So I'm just saying, like, these moves just doesn't work for me. And he's not a great defender, and he's getting older. He'll be 31 next year. And I don't think that's going to work. I think the Lakers should just rebuild. And I think that they should lose and just get draft picks and get younger. That's what I think. I think they should trade. And I mean, I know a lot of people, you know, ignoring what I'm saying. I mean, why are you ignoring what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you something you don't want to hear? And LeBron is a great all-time player, right? I get that. And I know that, you know, in some people's eyes, he's the greatest player in NBA history. Okay, I get all that, but I'm trying to move forward, ain't you? You know, he's throwing all these innuendos about how he wants to play with his son and how the Cleveland door is not shut. What good is that doing you? You're trying to build for the future. You need a guy 10 toes down, not 3-4 toes down, right? Do the Lakers ownership, they deserve this? So, I mean, why not go ahead on and let him do his thing somewhere else? You know, a team full of old men. They gonna keep Dwight Howard? He'll be 37 years old in December. I mean, it's totally laughable, man. It's a joke. I mean, it sounds like Kevin Love. He's 35 next year. What is he going to do for the Lakers? 38 years old LeBron James. He can't play every day. You can run from everything, but you can't outrun the Father of Time. You know, I know he spends $2 million on his body, and he has all types of spas and treatments and trainers, but you can't outrun Father of Time. You can't outrun that. And he can't play every day. He can't play back-to-back some nights because he's 38 years old. Look at Andre Iguodala. Andre Iguodala was 38 years old, and he broke down. He broke down. You know, it's time. I mean, he's getting these nagging injuries. He's already told you that he's not there. He doesn't want to be there long term. So go ahead on and move, right? Move the contracts. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get back on Kevin Love. I'm gonna talk about something else in a second. But I just don't think that this would be a good fit for the Lakers because he plays no defense. He's gonna get on the West Coast. On the West, he's gonna get annihilated if he don't play defense. I'm just telling y'all the truth. I know it's something that y'all don't want to hear, but I mean it's time to tell the truth. That what good is that doing you? You bringing all these old players like they brought in Marc Gasol. How did that work out? Because you know that's the problem with the Lakers. They love big names. But they don't want the mature. Why not mature the guys into big names? But they don't want to do that. They don't have any patience. And until this team has any, until they get some type of patience, they're never going to win anything. They're never going to go anywhere. You got to, in order, like this old saying, only way you learn how to ride a bike is by falling. Only way a child learns how to walk is by falling. But see, that's the problem. They playing it safe. And I think Jeannie Buss, I think Rob Pelinka, they need to stop playing it safe. And just take that chance and lose a few years. And I'm telling you, in the long run, it'd be better for you. They keep getting these older players playing for one championship. You're going to have to rebuild anyway. Why are you going after Kevin Love? That makes no sense to me. Why are you going after Kyrie Irving, a guy who don't want to play every game? These moves are just laughable, man. It's totally laughable. When they picked up Carmelo Anthony last year, a 37-year-old over-the-hill guy. I mean, I laughed at it, man. They picked up Trevor Ariza. What did he do? He did absolutely nothing. He did nothing. But they continue to go after these big names. Kevin Love, yeah, he's an LA native. Yeah, it's a great PR move. But what's that going to do for you on defense? Kyrie Irving, yeah, the jersey's going to sell. The Heartbreak Kid is in LA. Yay. But what good is that doing you? You go after Russell Westbrook, another guy who don't play defense, another guy who's stubborn, who doesn't want to change. But yet, yay, he's an LA native. Yay, he's gonna sell tickets, but you're still getting your butts kicked. It's laughable, man. It's totally laughable. Why don't they just freaking rebuild and stop playing it safe? They'll never win anything. You got to give people a chance. You got to let them grow. Only way you learn how to walk is by falling. Am I correct? And stop making all these laughable moves. Because it's not going to work. You can't. Like Derek Fisher said, you can't cheat the grind. It takes time to win an NBA championship. Shaq and Kobe, it took them 4 years to win one title. It took Jordan 7 years to win one title. It took Giannis 8 years to win a title. It took Steph 7 years to win a title. Well, 6 years. It takes time. It took Olajuwon 8 years to win his first one. It took David Robinson 9 years. Championships take time, but they don't want to do that. They want to keep going after these old, washed-up players. And it's just not going to work. Going after the retirement is literally knocking on Kevin Love's door. But this is the guy that you go after because he's a big name, right? They're going to continue to suffer. But I like the fact they drafted Shaq's son. But let him grow and stop trading him. Just like they did Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is a great player. But they didn't give him a chance to grow. They quit on B.I. And look what he's doing for the New Orleans Hornets. They quit on Julius Randle. He became an all-star, even though he had a slow year last year. But, you know, he still averaged 19 points and 10 rebounds. You know, so I really don't buy that about Julius Randle. Because at the end of the day, those New York fans, they're going to cry regardless. You know, Julius Randle is not as bad as these New York people, but that's another video for another day. My point I'm trying to make, D'Angelo Russell, they gave up on him. He became an all-star with the Nets, and he's a very solid player with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They give up on people. How can you grow as a franchise, as an organization, if you don't give people a chance? And that's the Laker problem. They playing it safe. You can't play it. You can't win in life playing it safe. That you got to be willing to take that chance. You got to be willing to lose a few years. It's gonna hurt, but that's the only way you get better. And that's one thing I loved about Jerry West. Jerry West let them grow up. And that's the problem with NBA today. It's no patience. Shaq and Kobe didn't win a championship overnight. I remember them getting swept by Utah and San Antonio in 98 and 99. They were humiliated. In 97, lost to Utah in 5 games. That pick and roll was killing Shaq. I remember it. But the only way you learn how to become a champion is by losing. It makes no sense to keep going after these old, washed-up players. Kevin Love is knocking on retirement's door. LeBron James is knocking on retirement's door. Why do you want these guys? Why do you want Kyrie Irving? It makes no sense. He doesn't want to play every day. He makes all kinds of excuses. He didn't want to take the jab, not because he's trying to take a stand, because he didn't want to play every day. You want that guy? Kevin Durant is literally chasing Kyrie Irving around. But outside of Cleveland, what has he done? He's done absolutely nothing. Hell, Boston has made what? Boston has made what? What? Three Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals without him. They have done better. Teams have done better without Kyrie Irving. Come on, man, talk to me. That's the problem with the Lakers. They have no patience. They want big names. They don't want to grow big names. They want to claim big names instead of trying to work. Why not take a chance on a player and let him grow up and become a legendary player? But people don't want to wait on nothing. And that's the problem with the world. You never can succeed in life without patience. And I'm not hating on the Lakers at all, but they just make dumb office decisions. And that's why they continue to keep getting their butts kicked. You know, Kevin Love is a great player, but he doesn't suit what they need. They need they need defenders. They need somebody that can lay wood on somebody. They need somebody that can rebound, that can block out. They need shot blockers. They need defense, because defense creates offense. That's the problem with the Lakers last year. They had no defense. So every shot they shot, they were shooting hard shots. But when you playing defense, you get steals. You can run on the break. That's how you think the '80s Lakers won, because they played defense. They had James Worthy, and James Worthy and Magic was a very underrated player, but nobody gave him credit for it. They had Michael Cooper. Michael Cooper was a 1987 Defensive Player of the Year. They had Kareem in the middle. That fast break was running off of blocks and steals. But you can't generate easy baskets unless you play defense. And that's where the Lakers' problem is. They played no defense last year. Even Bron didn't play no defense last year. And I'm not hating on him. I'm just telling the truth. Why not go ahead on and just clean house and start over? Try to get that Russ trade him, because he can't shoot. What good is he going to shoot? What good is he going to do if he can't shoot? He doesn't play great defense. He doesn't want to change. He's stuck on his foolish pride. That's his problem. Pride is a man's downfall. A man's pride, right, will bring him low. Am I correct? The coach, Frank Vogel, was telling him to make better decisions, but he didn't want to listen. He doesn't want to listen to anybody. So what good is Russell Westbrook going to do you? And I know that, Kevin Love is an LA native, and I know it looks very attractive, a PR move, but I'm trying to win. 4 out of the last 5 years, I haven't made the playoffs. Twice in the last, over 4 seasons, I haven't made the playoffs. Isn't that a problem? But getting all these old players, what good is that doing you? It does you no good. But I just don't, and I'm gonna end this on this note, I just don't think Kevin Love is a good fit, because he doesn't play defense. He's getting older, and it's just, he's not the same player he once was. But that's it. Tell me what you think. I'm gone.